Also, too, speak to the number of things in your assessment that you're going to do. Yeah, that person came out and they did an energy audit for you, and they just looked at whether or not you had insulation. You didn't. Told you were going to send you a report and never did. Let them know that your environmental assessment of their business covers however many points you're going to use in your assessment. We offer 104 today, but you know, have that out there, and also know your categories off the top of your head of what your assessments address. People think green. They think green energy or energy savings or energy audits. It's just a fact of life that that's what the industry people think of the industry right now. There's a lot of things that go into it. There's office supplies, recycling programs. There is, of course, the green building. You know, there's energy consumption. There's vendors and business partners and supply chain management, which can all be greened up. So there's a lot of different things that go into these more detailed assessments that you'll learn about through the Earth Savers Institute. That will be able to help you get around the objections of, hey, we worked with somebody before and we didn't get anything out of it. And I think the biggest thing that you can go out to is you can speak to the stakeholders conversation. Every organization has different stakeholders, and it's a little bit of a thing. You might want to just have this conversation right with the person on the phone. Every organization has stakeholders. They have customers. Sometimes they have boards of directors. They have executives. They have employees. You know, they have the general public that views them. Going green helps affect all of those areas. In terms of the customers, be able to speak directly to the number. There's a study that's put out that shows that 12% of all consumers are actually what you call dark greens. They buy based upon how ecologically friendly a product is, almost to the full exclusion of everything else except for quality of the product. And then there's a number in the 60s percentages of people that are considered light greens. Light greens are people that make decisions about the products or services that they buy being green sometimes. So, in fact, the majority of people have in their minds at some point that this is a moral issue that they need to look at in terms of their buying behavior. And that carries through to the business-to-business community, too. It's not just business to consumer. Those same people that make those purchasing decisions at home are likely to make that same type of purchasing decision in terms of their business as long as it's cost competitive. So immediately, it's something that consumers, in fact, the majority of consumers care about. So that's one constituency group that you're addressing. The other ones, Mr. Business Owner, that you have to think about is if you have executives working there, your executives, they care about these issues too. They carry these issues around in the back pocket with them in the back of their mind. They probably don't talk about them over the board table, over the meeting table, but it is in their minds. And you'll get a warm reception from your executives on that, and it will give them a new avenue to start thinking about in terms of addressing their customers and in terms of addressing their marketing, all the different aspects that those guys might be encountering. In terms of stakeholders at the upper executive level, it's called board members. Board members are increasingly looking at this, especially if they're a public company. Public companies are starting to do things called triple bottom line reporting, of which environment is 1/3 of that full factor of sustainability reporting. So that's a huge one there. And just in terms of everybody involved, in terms of employees, your entire group of people there, employee morale is definitely affected in a positive way when an organization starts to signal that it's moving towards a green way of doing it. There's countless examples out there. Employees at Walmart. You can actually walk into Walmart now, and some of your lowest level employees will point straight up to the ceilings if they're in these new buildings that have the big glass domes on the tops of their buildings to add in additional light and talk to you about how much better the lighting is than when it was just all the long tube lighting. And that saves on energy for Walmart, and it gives their employees something better to talk about in terms of what's in there for light. So, and also people just care about the green issue in terms of employees. So you've got that there too. So all of your different constituency groups, all of your different stakeholder groups, Mr. Business Owner, can be affected in a positive way by going green. So is that worth between $200 and $500 to meet with me to find out all the ways that we might be able to help you out there and help all those different constituency groups. Help you address all those different constituency groups. Let's get you in tighter with your customers. Let's get you in tighter with your board if you have a board. Let's get you in tighter with your executives. Let's get you in tighter with your employees. Let's see if we can do that for you. Is that okay, sir? Can we do that? That should be able to help you out.